What is up, everybody? My name is Nate. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the weekly rotation video. I wore a lot of good fragrance this week. I had a lot of professional things that I was doing, but I wanted to wear Tom Ford Ombre Leather one time before it really starts to heat up. We're kind of still in the springtime. You know, there are a lot of rainy days and that kind of thing. So I wanted to wear something a little bit more impactful. So a few rainy days today, but some high heat stuff as well. So I also wanted to share a little bit. I'm starting perfumery. I ordered like a perfumery kit from Perfumer's Apprentice, and I'm researching, smelling all these synthetic raw chemicals. And perfumery is going to be interesting for me because the names are just ridiculously long. Anyway, I'm smelling a bunch of different synthetics, and you know, I have a couple naturals on the way. I have some bergamot orange, just a bunch of different raw materials that I'm kind of experimenting with. You know, I'm not looking to create a perfume right away. I'm just, right now, I want to understand the process and kind of, you know, formulate my thoughts on each individual raw material, dilution, practicing formulas, that kind of thing. It is a lot of fun. I'm having such a blast with it. I don't have too much time to like spend and devote to it, so I have to extend my learning process before I even consider putting anything out. And then obviously I got to go through I'm going to be going through the safety. There's a safety board or safety jurisdiction that you get clarification on certain synthetic and raw chemicals. So I have to abide by those, which more than happy to. Really getting my hands dirty with it. So I'm really excited. Wulanchi is what I wore on Monday, and this stuff is so fresh and it's so inviting too. It's really interesting too, because I'm noticing that, not something with this, because I'm starting to notice like how well crafted something is just from smelling synthetic chemicals, natural chemicals, like natural versus synthetic. I'm understanding the compositions so much more than I would if I didn't start like diving into this stuff. Anyway, I am not a master perfumer by any means. I'm not even close, but you know, I'm learning and it's a lot of fun. Anyway, Wulanchi is a very fresh, aromatic, bright floral kind of fragrance. White florals is what I really pick up in here, but it's so absolutely magnificent. I know Nichane just released their X versions, and I would love to give them a shot. I think Nichane is such a beautiful house. I think it's one of my favorite niche houses out of even past Mancera. Nichane is like, it is such a good brand. High on my list. High. And then Tuesday, I wore Tom Ford's Ombre Leather. It was a bit of a rainy day, a little bit of a cooler day, which I decided to pull out. I wanted to pull out something deeper and richer. It was either this or Dior Homme Intense. Dior Homme Intense, you can wear it kind of, you know, in the warmer climate. Not too much, but you know, you can wear it more than this one. So I decided to pull this one out. This is some of my favorite stuff on the market, absolutely. If I had to keep just a few fragrances the rest of my life, this would be high on the list. I think I've done one or two of those videos about like, you know, 10 fragrances I would keep for life. And then I did the one recently with 5 fragrances if my house is burning down. But maybe I should revise that list now that I got a bunch of different ones in the arsenal. Anyway, on Wednesday I wore Bad Boy. It was another rainy day, so I decided to pull out another kind of richer fragrance. I didn't spray a whole lot of this because it was kind of a warmer day in the rain, you know, a warm rainy day. Sexiness behind it. It's got a cocoa note in here. It is very rich and dense. This is a perfect springtime, fall time into the winter time fragrance. I try to avoid this with, you know, the high heat, just because it gets pretty cloying pretty quickly. It's something headache inducing when you're overspraying this and you're in like 90-degree weather. But it's like choco. That's a kinky version of chocolate. Chocolate, it's got a chocolate nuance in here, but it's got also the bad boy kind of DNA, that like rough douchebag, you know, poser kind of thing. It does not have the weed note in here that the Le Parfum has, which I don't get on. I don't understand it, not one bit. On Thursday, I wore Supremacy Afnan. This was sent to me, and it's not biased by any means. We clearly had a conversation about, you know, me not being biased. Anyway, I like this stuff a lot. It is a lot lighter than Club de Nuit Intense Man. So if you're looking for a beast mode projector, beast mode everything, Club de Nuit Intense Man. I like this one a lot. I think it relies a lot more on the birch than anything. It just has a woody, it still's got that smoky kind of vibe to it though, but it's not too overly done, but it is very nice. It is very nice. I don't really want to get into like reviewing Creed Aventus clones on the markets. Creed Aventus is something that and eventually I'm just gonna buy a bottle of Creed Aventus, and whenever I want the DNA, I'm just gonna spray on Creed Aventus, because it's getting kind of ridiculous at this point to have all these different clones of, you know, multiple clones of the same fragrance. It's just kind of weird. Anyway, I digress. This is very good. The bottle's super dope. I love the bottle. And it's Creed Aventus. I'm having like a Creed Aventus, you know, itch right now, and I'm debating whether or not to buy it, but it's just so expensive. I would much rather buy, like right now, I'm saving up some money for a scale for perfumery. You know, it's like 170 bucks. I know that's like ridiculous, but I'm holding off buying on any more fragrances, any more cologne, till I have like a nice scale for my perfumery stuff. So I'm kind of holding off on it. You know, I'm just doing like the drops and stuff right now. But yeah, so my fragrance buying is kind of on hold until I kind of get more established with my perfumery stuff. So, you know, but there's just a slight hold on buying new fragrances. But eventually, I want to buy a bottle of Creed Aventus. I do. I think I'm going to buy one for my birthday, actually. Just get a bottle of Creed Aventus. I mean, it's reformulated, it's all this stuff, and I might even just be buying it for the collecting purposes. I have no idea. I don't even know anymore. Because I have plenty of fragrances that smell close to it, if not better than it, so I just don't know. On Friday, I wore the Hype Beast. No, anyway. Gravité by Particle. This was sent to me as well from Particle Parfums, or Particle, the company Particle. They make, you know, it's kind of like, it's pretty much like that Blue Atlas kind of company where they make like soaps and shampoos and stuff, and they just need a fragrance. And that's what the kind of the impression that I get from it. It's like they're not in the perfumery game. They just need a men's cologne to kind of like put out into the market and mass sell it. So anyway, I'm just assuming on that, like, so that's not, you know, I digress. This is very fresh. It's inviting. It's a professional scent. I was doing some professional work on Friday, so I was smelling absolutely insanely good. But it's like peppery, it's fresh, it's aromatic. It's a upscale businessman. If you have a building and you have a secretary, you're wearing this. The bottle's a little weird egg shaped, but you know, it's cool. I think it could use a better cap though. Like that's the Tom Ford cap, and I think that looks so much better. I don't know. Let's try the Afnan cap. That kind of looks ridiculous, but, or it could be Nichane. Nichane has some excellent caps. You know, even that looks really good. I mean, the gold doesn't go together. And then on Saturday I wore Parfums de Marly Sedley. And it's fresh, it's inviting, and it's so damn good. If you are looking for a fresh cologne and you want to spend ridiculously, it's not that bad. It's like $170. You can find it on sale for like $170, $180. It's not terrible. It is on the pricier side, but what I love about, let's talk about inflation right now. What I love about inflation is that all these designer fragrances are going up to niche prices, and these niche perfumes still at discount are now designer prices. I know, I mean, I'm thinking about this in the most stupid way, but you know, we're here now, gentlemen, we're here now, and we gotta make the best of the situation that we're in. So with all the rising costs, this is now actually affordable. And I say that while I cry. Anyway, Sedley, it's so good. It's sexy as hell. Yeah.
And then today I'm wearing Coco Loco.
Coco Loco, a new fragrance.
So today, actually, the reason I'm wearing this today is because George actually released the commercial that I did for this. I partnered up with Zaharoff, and they released the commercial today. George released the commercial, so excited about that. Thank you, George, for having me shoot your bottle. Actually, the photo's on the website, zaharoff.com, or I think it's .com. Anyway, I'll have it in the description down below. They're the pictures that I took of the bottle, so I'm really happy about it. They turned out pretty good, I think. It's always fun doing product stuff, product photography, product producing, and yeah. Anyway, honestly smells like is a tropical. So you're sitting on the beach, okay? You're sitting on the beach and you're eating, this is gonna sound weird, Fruit Loop ice cream while you're sitting on the beach. You're sitting on the beach there, smelling the ice cream, and maybe you get some like coconuts around you, but yeah, it's super nice. It is super nice. It's fresh, it's inviting, and it's a perfect summertime fragrance. It's getting a lot of love right now, so I'm actually gonna. Pretty damn good. Anyway, guys, that was my weekly rotation. Let me know your weekly rotation down in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care, and we'll see you next time.